Going to show you step by step live how to build a six-figure a month YouTube business if you're an educational YouTuber or an informational YouTuber. So I'm going to do this live. I'm going to base it completely off of this image. This is the gap for educational / informational YouTubers. Most YouTubers are starting from this initial situation where their income and financial status is unstable, their AdSense and sponsorship isn't really supporting their lifestyle. They have burnout from content creation and just audience expectations. They have no real monetization strategies beyond AdSense and sponsorships because that's the only thing they're relying on. They're struggling to monetize their audience effectively. They're also scared of selling out because they fear that if they release something to their audience, that their audience is going to crucify them and stop watching it and unsubscribe from them. They have no knowledge of how to monetize effectively in the first place, and also they are in the influencer mindset. YouTubers want multiple 5 to 6 figures a month though. They want a thriving business model. They want financial freedom where their income actually isn't tied down to their time and how much content they're producing. They don't want to be behind the screen, recording, editing on a computer for 8 hours, recording, scripting, all this for 8 to 10 hours. They want an actual audience who wants them for them. I'm going to show you guys step by step how to build a YouTube business live, and I'm going to base it off of these 10 steps. What's it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so let's begin. There might be cuts in this because I might need to think, I might mess up, but this is going to be basically live. So let's actually start the first one. Offer creation. So if you want to build a 6-figure a month YouTube business and you have not done it before, you have not taken a single step towards building a YouTube business, you have no idea what you've been doing. In fact, all you've been doing has just really been recording content and editing and scripting and just doing the normal way of growing on YouTube. They tell you to just focus on being consistent, create great videos, and create videos without seeing a result for an entire year without seeing money. That is an old way of making money on YouTube. That is the outdated way. We're moving away from this. So if you are stuck in this path of making videos and just creating videos just to create videos just to hopefully get more views and hopefully get more sponsorships and AdSense, then you would have never created an offer before. You would have not known, okay, so I have this audience of people who actually like me and are subscribed to me, and it seems like they're watching me, especially if you're an educational / informational YouTuber. It seems like they're watching me and are subscribed to me because I teach them something, because I provide value in the form of changing their lives in a specific way. For example, if you are a tech YouTuber, people watch you and are subscribed to you because they need help with tech. They need help learning how to create great tech setup. What's the best technology to use? Is the iPhone or Android better? Is the Apple AirPod Max better than the Beats Solo 3? Whatever the case may be. They watch you because they specifically need help with a specific problem. So if we want to actually create an offer, because the first step has to be to create an offer. If we want to actually create a 6-figure a month YouTube business, we need an offer. With an offer, you need to first do market research. You need to figure out what exactly your audience wants and what problems for you to help them solve. Oh my God, your channel for you to help them solve. Okay, so you basically need to figure out what exactly your audience wants and why do they come to your channel. Because if you can figure out the major problems that they have and go deep, as in ask them deeply, okay, how is this problem affecting your life? What do you want to do? What is the outcome of solving the problem for you? How does that look like in your life? How does this problem affect other areas of your life? For example, let's continue with the tech example. What is it about not knowing what tech to use? How does that affect your life? And why is it something that you want to solve? If you can figure this out, I'm telling you, you have basically the foundations for everything you do in your future. This will shape your content strategy. This will shape the product you create. This will shape your marketing messaging and your campaign, your sales process. If you can figure out the problem and go deep by directly talking to your audience, looking through your comments, seeing what people are saying, seeing what your most popular videos are, seeing why people are watching your stuff in the first place. If you can figure out what their most major problem is, you can continue and actually then start to create something which leads into the first section, offer creation. You can create an offer based off their problem. So say for example, continue with the tech example, they are having trouble figuring out how to choose the best computer, and not just choose the best computer, figure out how to use, what's the best technology to use in every single aspect of their life. So phone, computer, what else is there? Like headphones, I don't know, mouse, I don't know, whatever the case may be. Say that their problem is they don't know how to use tech in their lives, and they want to figure out what the best tech is in regards to what would be in their life. So basically what you want to do is, once you figure out the problem, you can then start to figure out, okay, say they want to solve the fact that they don't know what tech to use and what tech to own, and what the best tech is. Say they want to figure that out. Basically, the gap is the offer. The gap is basically figuring out, okay, how can I get them from this problem to this solution? So not knowing what tech to use, what the best tech is, and then going to, okay, what is the best tech, and showing them step by step, like, what is the best tech to use in their life, like, for each situation that comes up in their life. So basically, the market research will tell you exactly the problem that you need, that your audience has, and the problem that you need to solve because your audience has directly told you. Then you'll create an offer with the solution to this problem, to this major problem. And you create an offer to this because you have learned from them that this is the most major problem. This is the problem that plagues them the most. This is the problem that they want to solve the most when they come to your channel in the first place. You want to do all the stuff that comes with creating an offer, as in making sure it's valuable, making sure you're leading with value, making sure it's a result that they truly want, adding a whole bunch of deliverables to make it more appealing, more enticing, using the correct copy to formulate the offer so that it's clear and concise and people know exactly what they're getting, like from problem to solution. But we'll talk about that in the future. Okay, so we cannot do the product creation before we actually have the marketing process as well as the launch campaign down. You want to create your offer. You want to create your offer based off what people directly want from you, based off the problems that they said that they want to be solved. You should have talked to your audience. You should have directly looked through comments to see what people are actually asking for, see what people are actually desiring from your channel. In the context of the tech example, say like we said, that people want to figure out what tech to use in their lives, like what tech is valuable for them in their lives. They don't know what tech is, and then the desire is they want to figure it out. So once you have your offer based off of that, you want to then start your marketing process and launch campaign. We cannot do product until we have valid proof that people actually want to buy our stuff in the first place. So we want to sell before we build, anything. Your marketing process should basically just entail getting people excited and hyped, and letting them know that something big is coming. That's something based on the problems that you are trying to solve, that something big is coming in regards to solving those problems. So your marketing process and launch campaign is going to entail these things. Your launch campaign you want to do for about a week. It can even be a 2-week thing. Once you have the marketing process detailed and down packed to where you're emailing your list of subscribers, you're shouting it out and telling everybody on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube that something big is coming. You create your VSL, you create your sales page, you basically do the things, you set up your sales funnel so that people can go through a specific set of steps to get to the end result, which is obviously the purchase. So that entails the marketing process, creating just the sales assets that actually gets people wanting to buy in the first place. And of course, the sales assets is completely based off the offer. We already did the market research, so we already know what they want. The sales assets is supposed to basically just dig deeper into the problems and pains and kind of reveal to people that, okay, this is something I need to solve now, and this is a desire I need to get fulfilled now. The launch campaign is basically going to entail just teasing everybody and telling everybody, like, on this date, this is coming, and you're going to shout this out across all your socials. You're going to shout this out everywhere. You're going to shout this out on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. Shout out to your email. Shout it to the street. Literally tell everyone that this is coming on this day, and this is how you really build hype. You build a big list of potential buyers who are ready and anxious and waiting for this thing that's coming on this specific date. You want this launch campaign to be about a week to 2 weeks, and basically on that final launch day, once you actually finally launch, that's when you really start getting into the sales calls. You get into the other parts of kind of people buying, as in basically you hit them in the DMs, you send them to the sales page link. You just tell everybody and send everybody the same link to get them to a specific page, and on that page, that's where they can buy. So then, once the marketing process and the launch campaign are complete, then you can actually then go into the product creation. So basically, you sell people and get them purchasing before you actually create your thing. And then once they're actually in the thing, once they purchase, you can then use direct feedback and directly what they say to then create basically the skeleton and the foundation of your product. It is these buyers, it is these people who are actually committed to getting a specific result that are going to help you build the best product ever, which is program, course, coaching, group coaching, community. It's these people that are going to help you create the best product possible. And if you were to create the product without these people, you would have probably put some stuff in the product that people might have not wanted. It might not have been good enough to get them to a specific end result. You're going to be directly working with people, and these are going to be the people that allow you to create the best product possible. You'll create the best product possible by adding a whole bunch of deliverables, making everything step by step, providing video content. Make it easy so that people can actually get to this end result fast. Make it so that people can get to this end result fast and as seamless as possible. And that is what I mean when I say the customer fulfillment infrastructure. Dang, I was using this document, but at this point I'm just using this document. So the customer fulfillment infrastructure is basically just creating the best tools necessary to get that specific customer to an end result. Basically, you want to do this, and after that launch campaign, you should have already been at like 40K, 50K, 60K. At least that much amount should have been made. And depending on how much subscribers you have, it could be even way more, like multi-six figures. Or depending on how little subscribers you have, it could be lower than 40K, 30K. But this should have gotten you to at least 30 or 40K. But we're trying to build a 6-figure a month business. This is not where we're just trying to start or stop at. So once you have basically sold people and you know people want your stuff, you basically create the best product possible, get people results, and use those results as testimonials, get case studies, get literal interviews of your customers, and use it as content. But really, when I say content, it's actually sales assets. And that's what I mean, like when we're trying to build an actual 6-figure a month business, you can't see everything as just a YouTube channel. You have to see your YouTube channel as a business. When I say content, I mean sales assets, because when I say sales assets, it means these things are going to help you get more sales in the future for when you actually do your second launch campaign, which comes here. So you have been trying to get amazing results for people. You've created an awesome product. You've used the product to get amazing results for people, and these people are giving you feedback. You're reiterating. You're making it better. These people are giving you testimonials. You're seeing a whole bunch of results pop up. People are giving you reviews. It's 5 stars everywhere. At the same time, you also want to be using your content strategy, and you want to optimize it for the problems that come up in regards to your entire niche. Your content is going to reflect basically, how can I say it? Your content is going to basically reflect problem and solution content. You want to make the majority of your content strategy that, because we're not just trying to make good videos just to make good videos. Make the videos amazing. Make the videos YouTubers, you guys have an amazing skill. Make the videos as cool looking and as aesthetic and just as design friendly as awesome. But make sure the videos are packed and are led with value. You can use all the designs and aesthetics, but if the video isn't packed with value, it's not going to lead to sales. We're not just trying to get views, subscribers, and likes. We're actually trying to get sales. So you want your content strategy to reflect, for one, the case studies, testimonials, like the sales assets that I mentioned, sneak peeks into your product and the results that you're providing. And also, you want a lot of your content to be focused on the frequently asked questions that people have in regards to your niche and in regards to the main offer and main problem that through market research you figured out all the way over here. You basically figured out what people actually want from your channel and what to actually see. So you make content that reflects that. You make content that reflects what are the sub problems of that major problem, and you do this over and over again. It's a flywheel. As you do this, as you lead with more value, as you create better videos, as you get better results, as you get more results, you're going to have more people wanting to join your programs, join your product, get more help from you, get closer to you. They want and need more help from you because they're free videos. You're framing the free videos in such a way that people still need more help when they watch your channel in the first place. As in, it's not enough to just watch the free content. There's a quote that Alex Hormozi says. He says to give away all the free information, but sell the implementation. So give away everything for free. I'm giving you guys this everything. I'm giving you guys everything. Sell the implementation. Sell the step-by-step journey. Sell the actual direct coaching and working with you. That's what you're selling, and that's the value. So then, you then want to have systems of leverage, which means you want to start to. You might need to hire. You might need to outsource certain things. You might need to stop doing certain things. I have an editor, I have a thumbnail creator, or at least I will have a thumbnail creator. I have appointment setters and virtual assistants. Basically, because this is a YouTube business. We're turning our YouTube channels into YouTube businesses. You are the CEO. You are the leader of your channel. I guess the leader of your company. Your YouTube channel is like a company. You should only be doing the most major tasks that apply to you. You should only be doing the tasks that directly make you money. These tasks are recording. You still need to record. Scripting, you can even outsource. Editing, you should definitely outsource. Thumbnail creation, you should outsource. Because it's not these things that actually get sales. Because you have a pretty thumbnail, it's not why people are going to buy your product. It's because of the value you've provided and the results you've gotten is why people are going to buy your product. So outsource the things that are not lever moving. They are lever moving in the context that they might get you more views, etc., and etc. But you want views from the right specific person, and that's why I also talk about the optimized content strategy, because with the optimized content strategy, you're trying to speak to a specific person in your content, basically. Like, you're only trying to speak to one avatar, one specific person that you help, and you're going to attract as many of these specific people as possible. So, oops, I put launch campaign there when I shouldn't have. I get into that, not yet. You're gonna get some, like neural knowledge would say. No, so systems of leverage, you basically just want to make sure you're doing the tasks that are directly making you money, as well as the tasks that kind of just are the highest leverage, the number one priority task for the day. So you should always lead the day and always lead your days and weeks with the number one priority task, the number one thing that has to get done in order for you to see sales. So these are some of the main tasks that you need to do as a YouTuber in order to actually see sales and actually see results and profit from your YouTube business. So recording videos, improving your product, improving your offer, detailing and figuring out deeply and in context who is the specific person that I'm trying to help and how can I get them faster results? How can I help them better with my free content, with my paid content, with my content on my other socials? How can I define this person better? So what do we say? Recording, improving the product, improving the offer, improving your sales process, hiring coaches, working with coaches, working on something that just on things that just kind of move the business forward and directly. You should know what tasks are actually providing and pushing force into this world. Like, you should know what tasks are actually using force and pushing force into the world and actually moving things along. You know. So the tasks that aren't, you need to cut that out and outsource them immediately. So once you have all of these set up, this is kind of like the foundation before you can actually scale to a six-figure a month business. So what are the foundations? Let's actually write it down. Let's actually use this document because I haven't used this document at all, basically. So foundation, we have the offer creation. I'm going to put the marketing process / launch campaign down first because we do that before we actually create a product. Product creation. / customer fulfillment, because this is all in the same. If you create a product, you need to have amazing customer fulfillment and get people results. Then you want to optimize your content strategy, because your content strategy, once you figure out the specific person you're trying to help, these are going to be people that basically buy your product and over again and attract more people like them. Then we want system of leverage, and then we have our launch campaign, which is after. I'm not going to write that down. Like I said, it's going to just be cuts, dude, because I'm just moving too slow. So we said the marketing process / launch campaign is to hype people up, get people ready and primed to purchase something, that's creating your sales funnel. That's telling everybody on your social medias. That's creating your marketing messaging and dialing it down so that you're directly speaking to the specific person you're helping in your offer. We then want to launch the thing. Of course, we need to have a launch campaign sequence where we're hyping it up, getting people onto a list, then sending them to a sales page or sales calls or Excite or whatever the case may be, whatever your conversion mechanism is, getting them to there so that they can actually then start to purchase. It is these people that purchase that are going to actually create your product and create your infrastructure and roadmap and the foundation of your product. And it's going to be directly working with them and through their feedback to actually get them, that's going to actually get them results. And then with your customer fulfillment infrastructure, you want to do your due diligence to make sure these people get amazing results. That's hopping on these calls with them, putting all your love and effort into getting these people results, working with them directly, providing steps to get them from problem to solution. Like, make it literally impossible for these people to fail. Make it impossible for these people to fail. And it's through these results and feedback you'll be able to get testimonials, case studies, reviews, so that you can create these things as sales assets, post them on your YouTube channel. You'll then be able to create your content strategy based off the results you've gotten from people, based off the feedback you've gotten, so you'll know what problems that people need answered and questions people need answered. You'll know the solution to these miniature problems that come through when you're trying to solve the problem for these people and trying to get them to the end result. That's going to be the basis of your content strategy. We're trying to attract as many people of the specific person that you're helping as possible. We're trying to get as many of them as possible, because if there's one person that you can help, there's thousands, hundreds of thousands of people that need help and need extra help. After your content strategy is optimized, you then want to have systems of leverage, because if we're trying to make this into a 6-figure a month business, you can't do everything yourself. You cannot do everything yourself. You cannot create your thumbnails by yourself. You probably can't script write by yourself. You definitely cannot edit by yourself. If you're a 6-figure a month business owner, you cannot do everything by yourself. Most of the things you need you're going to need to outsource, and that's just the truth, because your only job is to focus on the main lever movement task, which is product creation, recording videos so that you can actually attract more people and attract more business, improving your sales funnel, improving your sales process, hiring appointment setters and virtual assistants to do certain things in the funnel that kind of make people want to buy more and make people want to convert more, which is like talking to people, calling these people, texting these people. You can't do all of that. You have certain things that you need to do that move the lever forward. So we're going to outsource that. So then, once we have all of these foundations done, because these are foundations, like these are foundations that can get you to 20K, 30K, 40K, 50K a month. This is how we go at the Ways Acquisition. We do a launch campaign first to kind of prove that people want what we want, and that will get us our first multi 5 to 6 figures. But then if you actually want recurring revenue, that is when we do the second launch campaign. Once you basically figure out the main problem that you solve and what people actually want from your channel, you'll then be able to figure you will have a lot of data on what people actually want. You'll have data from all levels of the market, as in the people with no money in your market, the people with a little bit of money, mid money, and the people with a lot of money. At D-Ways Acquisition, the first launch campaign involves the people with a lot of money. We want to start high ticket so that we can prove that, okay, no matter what, people will buy this thing, will buy our most expensive thing. So then, once we can prove that people will buy our more expensive thing, since this first launch campaign, we cap spots at 20, 25 people. The second launch campaign, you then want to create you want to productize your service to a point where you can sell copies and you can sell your service basically, how can I say it? Basically as a program with no marginal cost to replicate it. As in basically you can sell the same thing over and over and over again and still get the same amount of money that you were making or that you were getting in the first launch campaign, and perhaps and most likely what we do and what we actually do is more money. We want to charge more because we're productizing it, and it just makes it more valuable. But on top of that, you want to also capture all levels of the market. So with the high ticket thing that we launched in the first launch campaign, you want to then productize it and make it into something that can be sellable and scalable. Then you also want to gather and capture the mid level of the market, which is where you will introduce something of maybe a course, something where they can consume the information by themselves, where it's not so high price and so low price, but you want to get it for people who are a little bit more advanced in the low price thing, but can't purchase the high ticket thing because it's too expensive. So you'll introduce like a mid-level course, and you'll want the charges around 500 to 1500 mid-level price, where people can still get a specific end result, but they have to do it by themselves because you are spending your time with the high ticket people, and that's why it's high ticket, because it's reserved for people who are able to spend more money, but they get direct access to you. Then your low ticket thing is you want to have sort of something that builds more MRR every single month and is going to get money every single month, and that's why we like to introduce at Deal with Acquisition the paid community model for the low ticket people, for people who don't have money for mid ticket. People definitely don't have money for high ticket, but they have money to be in a community with other people who are also low ticket with them, but they can still get to a specific end result. Maybe it's not the highest result as the high ticket or the mid ticket, excuse me, but it is still a substantial result. And the goal with the low ticket is to eventually upsell them and get them to the mid ticket, then the mid ticket to the high ticket, and even on the high ticket you can get some upsells on the back end. We touch on that in Deal with Acquisition. But basically, you want to capture all levels of the market. That's what the sales process is, and your launch campaign and sales process is going to be kind of, how do I say it, kind of more so specifically, and we're trying to basically tell everybody of all levels of your audience that, okay, I'm doing this, and I'm doing this, and the sales process and launch campaign is now going to open up spots to every single person. We're not going to cap it off anymore. We're trying to go big and go home. We're trying to hit a home run. We're opening up the spots for every single person. We have set up your business, and your business is set up to the point where this is possible. So we're trying to sell the high ticket thing 100%. People who can't afford the high ticket, they go to mid ticket. People who can't go to mid ticket, they go to low ticket. People who can't afford a low ticket, we keep them in our funnel, like refer them to free resources, but we keep them in our funnel where we'll still be sending them emails. We'll still be talking to them on different socials, SMS. We'll be calling them. We'll be sending them we'll send them to our free community, etc., etc. We just want to keep these people in our cycle and perhaps to be nurtured for as long as possible. So can you see though that this is completely different from what the old method of YouTube has kind of just been teaching? As in, all the things I mentioned here is not what YouTubers it's not what YouTube tells you to do in order to make a lot of money from YouTube. When you start a YouTube channel, you definitely want financial freedom. You definitely wanted to say like, oh my gosh, I run a business. I'm an entrepreneur. You of course you wanted that. Of course you wanted for that to be your reality. But what they didn't tell you is that the old method of what we've always been taught to do on YouTube is just something that it's an unnecessary grind, that it doesn't have to be like that, because there are YouTubers with 10,000 subscribers who are making hundreds of thousands of dollars per month. Less than that. Less than that amount of subscribers. So if that's the case, what is it that YouTubers are doing wrong that they need to fix? Because clearly something is wrong. Because the old way of relying on YouTube is leading you to this initial situation. You still have the influencer mindset, so you don't even know that this is even possible. If you don't have the influencer, if you have the influencer mindset and you don't have a business mindset, all this is gonna just be gibberish to you. It's not gonna make any sense. And that's why, in order to actually achieve this desired situation of 5 to 6 figures a month consistently, a thriving business model, and cultivate a dream audience, you actually have to change to a business mindset. Because if you have an influencer mindset without the business mindset, none of this is even going to be possible. You're not even going to know what any of this means. You're not going to think this is a reality for you. So you also had no knowledge of how to monetize effectively in the first place, as the only thing that you thought to monetize was to maybe have a cheap Patreon, get some sponsorships, while still spending hours and hours and hours recording and making videos and creating videos that aren't actually leading you to more income. Because this, especially with systems of leverage, and when you start to outsource, this allows you to actually get financial freedom. Your income isn't tied down to your time. You can travel anywhere as your money and business making money for you, basically. You're scared of selling out, but this immediately gets solved because you basically understand from the first instance what people actually want from you. And if they tell you that they want it from you, that's your sign that you can create something and they will purchase. Basically, you're struggling to monetize an audience effectively because you've only been relying on AdSense and sponsorships. You have no real monetization strategies beyond AdSense and sponsorships because you don't even know that this is possible for you. You have burnout from content creation and audience expectations because you're just creating videos trying to get more views, trying to get more likes, when yes, it works in the long run, but you will be burnt out before that even happens. You will be at your job for years before that even happens. And we don't even need to talk about the income and financial instability. So I'm not going to recap everything because I kind of just did. But after the systems of leverage, we do our second launch campaign, then we do our sales process, and this is how we capture all levels of the market. And if you can follow this literally step by step and actually implement this in a step by step manner, literally, like we walked through it step by step. I even skipped product creation because we have to do marketing process and launch campaign first. 2 launch campaigns will get you to a 6-figure a month business consistently if you have an audience of people who are subscribed to you, and if you're an educational / informational YouTuber. Listen, I broke it down for you. If this is something that's interesting to you, you can check me out. I'm on socials. I have all my links are in the description. All my links are in my channel bio. So if you need help with anything I mentioned here, and if you want to implement this into your business, then hit me up. I'll answer you. If you have any questions, just text me, just comment, just DM me, whatever the case may be. I hope this helped you guys. Literally follow the step by step. Please follow the step by step, because if you don't, you are going to be stuck on the content hamster wheel treadmill forever. You're going to be stuck. You're creating videos for views and vanity metric for the rest of your YouTube career if you don't shift to this method of building a YouTube business. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.